Hi, I'm Gary and welcome to my Outdoors channel. This video, the short video, is a little bit different from the usual. It's about firearms. It's a rubber band gun. This one's kind of unique. It's from UGears. I'll put the website on. It's like UGearsModels.com. I'll put the link below. They have a lot of different things that they do. A lot of models you can put together. A lot of them have a mechanical operation to them, and it's quite fun. And this one here I did is of a pistol that is a automatic, semi-automatic as you would call it, and it shoots rubber bands, and it keeps cycling through up to 5 shots of rubber bands on it. And they also give you a couple of targets to practice with, so could be fun, maybe for harassing your spouse or the cat or the dog. Not that I would recommend doing that, but whatever fun you can have around the house with a rubber band gun instead of out on the range when you can't make it out there. So stay tuned. I'll show you how this works. Here I've got this UGears pistol that I put together. It's a pretty cool deal. It's a laser cut out of a sheet. It's like about 1/8 of an inch thick. Probably a Baltic birch to be a good material, and works pretty well. The instructions are laid out pretty well. They are a little bit tricky to follow, and sometimes you really gotta watch your orientation and the way you put things together in order to get this right. And I did wind up with a few spare parts, but these are marked with a plus symbol to indicate that these are spare parts for that particular number. And that's a spare part there, this is spare parts here. And these are parts that during assembly, these are probably some of the ones that are kind of easy to break, so they give you some extras with that. And they give you the sanding paper, and they give you a little thing of wax for waxing up the points that you need to. So what they give you is this little wax stick here to use, and of course you wind up with about 99% of it left yet that you haven't used. So, but that's great that they include that instead of making you use your own candle wax like it's kind of pictured in some of these. And one of the questions I had with them, and their tech support was really great at getting back to me very quickly within a day. I asked about the inside of this. The way this works is it pulls back, and there's a rubber band in here inside all of this that creates that tension to make that do that. Now you may notice as I'm pulling back on this, it doesn't automatically go back to recock. So if you do that, it doesn't unless you push it forward a little bit. And that, I think I'm going to do some sanding and waxing in there to get that trigger to slide forward as it should. It's kind of in a groove down in there that they designed, but it needs to be tweaked a little bit so I don't have to keep pushing it back. I mean, sometimes you let it back sharply, it works okay, but depends on how you want it to work. You want it to work without as much, and well, perhaps over time this will loosen up and it'll work just fine. So we'll see how that works. But one of my questions was how to replace this rubber band inside of here. You see a little piece of it here, and it wraps around inside there. Rubber bands do deteriorate with time. They dry rot, just like any rubber does. So they got back to me and gave me these instructions here that on how to replace that rubber band when you need to. I think you got to pry a couple of parts apart sometimes with a flat screwdriver, and over time that may create some looseness, so we'll see how well that wears over time also. Now they gave me a couple of targets that I assembled out of the instructions here. Well, right here is the instructions how to put the targets together, so you can use those for target practice for shooting and see how good you can improve your aim. And the extra parts, well, they're If you didn't break any, I guess you don't really need them, but who knows. Save onto them anyway. Save onto the instructions. And this extra tip about replacing the rubber bands for activating the mechanism. Apart from that, it's also got down below here in the pistol, it's got this cavity here that holds your spare rubber bands. Now this comes with 8 rubber bands altogether, and actually 9 rubber bands altogether, because one of them is used for the action here. And then you got 5 that will work and load onto here. Then you got another 3 extras here, so that'll work pretty well, I think. And then what I do is I always save my stuff in a Ziploc bag, spare parts, rubber bands, and especially the rubber bands, because once you squeeze the air out of this and Ziploc it, you can try to extend the life of your rubber bands a little bit. So comes with this little square of sandpaper to use, as the instructions tell you to, and it works great. For loading these rubber bands into the pistol, present it this way here. Basically, you want to put the rubber band on the lowest notch first, because they'll cycle up. Now let's say I've got 4 rubber bands here, so I'm not going to go to the lowest notch, I'm going to go to the 4th notch down. I just kind of loop it around here, go down to the 4th notch, not the bottom, because there's 5. Add another one on, go to the next notch. Going to get these all so they're over these different bars here so that they don't tangle together. Now when I shoot them, try and catch them here because rubber bands are easy to lose. I go back, shoots it, and it keeps cycling them all up like that. So and I got them all shot. That's how to load it up. Thankfully I didn't lose any rubber bands. For my previous shot, I lost one of my rubber bands, but I'm sure it's got to be here somewhere in the shop, so I'll find it. Let's see how this works here. I've got 5 rounds, 5 rubber bands loaded down here, and I'll try shooting these targets here. See how well I do. I'm sure I'm probably going to need some practice to get this, but we'll see how it works. Missed that one. Missed, oh, there I got it. There I got it. So, yeah, takes a little practice. 4 shots. Got the 5th one left on here yet. And managed to get those targets. I imagine with some practice, I'll get better. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you got something out of it. Got some inspiration. If you did, please give me a like and give me a thumbs up. And share it with your family, friends, and fellow outdoors persons. Also, please subscribe and be sure to hit that bell icon so you won't miss anything. And give us your comments. Tell us what you want to see and what interests you. So, thank you.